Hopefully it works out. Oh, why is it like that? Why are you like that? Let me adjust. Pull this down a little bit. There we go. That looks better. Yippee! So, hello YouTube! Welcome to the Stream Dreamers! This is my first time streaming on here. I am Momo Yumeko, a magical girl in training. Why is my mouth not moving? So I do just chatting streams and such, and I mostly stream on Iriam. So this is a new thing for me, is streaming on here. Hopefully this works out really well. We will see. Oh, I need to do a announcement in my Discord. Real fast. Really fast. Let's make that smaller. And where is my server? There it is. Bowa. 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 Oh, it already says it. At Dreamer. Oh, right, Shrimps needs their thingy. Members. Let's see here. More. No, I need. Meh. Rolls. Let's toss in Dreamer roll. Alrighty, let's see here. Hello, anybody that may have joined the stream. Hopefully, you are doing well today. Alright, let's see here. Let's go ahead and get started and quit mucking around over on Discord. So, to get this started, we are going to be going through Lancer lore. I've already went through a bunch of the core rulebook, so I'm only going through core rulebook stuff. I don't know if it's different for other things. But I am pretty hopeful that I'm not missing anything. I'm not sure if there's any splat books. I am not that familiar with Lancer. So I'll probably end up looking into to see if there's any splat books, but for this video, I'm going to be going over the lore that is in Lancer Core, and then we will be going over the mechs next Saturday. I think that fits. Unless I'm done with the lore early, which I end stream at about 8 o'clock my time, and it is currently 6:10. So, let's get started. Do I want to do music? I don't know if I want to do music. Yeah, nah, it's okay. Well, actually, yeah, I'm gonna do music. So I'm gonna play my music weirdly. Mainly because I have Iriam on my other side running on my phone. So there will be quite a bit of music. For this. Let's see here, it's going to here. Let's get this started. We're gonna do some chill music. Hopefully it's coming through pretty well. Alrighty. There. Alrighty. Let me move my mic to a spot that's easier to do this. Because we're gonna mostly be reading. I don't really need my my stuff here. So, alright. Let me grab my glasses real quick so we can do this. Hopefully my mic is picking me up. It seems like it's picking me up every once in a while. Oh, I still need to fix my glasses. Okay, it's fine. I could just like band-aid it. Where's my band-aids? I'm gonna do the nerdy thing and band-aid my my glasses because I can't be bothered right now to fix them because I don't have a thing to fix them with and I don't know where my band-aids are. Give me 2 seconds and I'll go grab the band-aid. They're behind. Yes. Yeah. Okay. We get some dinosaur band-aids. I often hurt myself, so that sounds bad. I don't hurt myself. I will put down in the description who I use for my music. I totally forgot to put down Rara. They're amazing. Go check them out. They're on Ko-fi and VGen. But yeah. Let's see here. I need to put this on my glasses. Hello, Genya. Welcome to the streamer. Welcome, welcome. How are you liking Iriam so far? I see that you've been here for the past week. Don't mind me. Slightly scuffed. I am putting a essentially piece of tape on my glasses so I can read. And be able to see. I think that works. Yeah, it's still super wiggly, but it's fine. Ugh. My glasses are nasty. It'll be fine though. It'll get the job done. I can always take them off whenever I do it. Alright. So, as a warning to my YouTube, I am streaming on Iriam, so if you hear me welcome anybody in and do my spiel, or welcome any other people back, that's why. I have a separate streaming thing. That sadly does not pop up on my Streamlabs. Oh well. I would love if Streamlabs tag teamed with Iriam. But let's get started. Okay, so we have accepted timeline. BU means before the Union, whereas U means Union era. Okay, cool beans. Oh right, because this is like a weird before after thing. Okie dokie, got it. So before the Union, C 6,000 to 1 BU. Apollo, the first of the 10, a series of massive generation ships departs on for an identified Gaia world. Apollo confirms landfall and establishment of a colony on the planet of Carcass? Is that how you pronounce that? I have no idea. I think that's how you pronounce it, though. Carcass, right? Is that correct? I don't know if that's correct. I have no idea if that's correct. I need to make this a little bit bigger. I am sorry, I'm gonna have to readjust on Streamlabs real quick so I can see because it's a little too small even for my eyeballs to see on with glasses on. You know what, I'm just gonna take off the glasses because it's not reading my blinks on Iriam. And they're giving me a headache because they're dirty. And I don't feel like going and getting the stuff for oh well. Alrighty. So, let's retry that again. 6,000 BU, Apollo, the first of the 10, a series of massive generation ships departs for an identified Gaia world. At... Oh, this is going... Okay, it's like BC and stuff. 5,800 BU, Apollo confirms landfall and establishment of a colony on the planet Caracas. Subsequent launches of the next 9 ships begin thereafter. At 5,000 BU, catastrophic ecological collapse marks the end of the Anthropocene epoch via irreversible mass extinction and climate change. Historians typically identify this as the point of which the fall became inevitable for old humanity. At 4,900 BU, the last of the Tian Ayat. Tian Ayat. Am I pronouncing this correctly? If I'm not, I am sorry. If you guys can down in the comments, if I'm saying anything wrong, please don't bully me. I'm not good at pronouncing things. But please do correct me if I'm saying these wrong. Departs for the stars. 4,900 to 150 BU. Holy crap. That is huge. That's a huge jump. Oh my god. A dark age. The human population of Cradle, formerly Earth, falls from a peak of around 15 billion to less than 500,000 humans. All contact with the 10 ceases. Ooh, that's cool. So they get cut off from the colonies that happened on that planet. Oh no. Oh, that is cool. Um, 150 BU. The discovery on Cradle of Massif A, the first of several pre-fall vaults, prompts global societal rejuvenation. Additional vaults are identified using data preserved inside, and extant powers race to control them. 53 BU. The Little Wars begin. A polarity struggle between the cradles of major powers, fueled by the discovery of the vaults. The accumulation of regional conflicts that followed hurtled Cradle into a global war. Oh, that is cool. Okay, that's it for the before the Union timeline. I'm gonna let that soak in. So they essentially sent off to these new worlds colony ships, and then something happened with climate change and a bunch of other things to essentially make it so the my face tracking's all kinds of wonky. Give me a second. There we go. To essentially kind of mess up Earth's, like, climate to the point it freaking, like, almost made humanity on Earth extinct. And then they started world wars because they found magics. They found the vaults. Because they go into the freaking war. Oh, that's cool. I wonder if the vaults are gonna lead into, the actual, like, things. Hello, Boulder Jr. Welcome to the Street Dreamer. I am Momo Yumeko, a magical girl in training. I do TTRPG and cozy content in general. Today I am going over Lancer lore. We're also dueling it with, YouTube, so if you end up following my YouTube, link, you'll be able to find me going over the PDF on stream. Yes, I'm doing well. How are you today? Welcome, welcome. But yeah, that is cool. We're going over Lancer lore today. So this is part of what's going to be my fourth, next Saturday is going to be my fourth installment of, going over Lancer. Today is lore, and then next Saturday is going to be going over the actual, like, Lancer mechs. But yeah, welcome. So we get to the Foundation period, which is year 0 to 2000, Union era. So 0U, the conclusion of the Little Wars lends to the founding of the Union and the establishment of the first committee. I can speech, I promise. The first committee of the Union. First Com, retroactively named this by the second committee. 1400 Union era. Long-range communication systems are reactivated, enabling the recovery of countless archive fall-aged SOS transmissions. The Union Space Program, USP, is announced shortly thereafter. 1430 Union era, a USP expedition lands on Cradle's moon. Cradle is Earth in Lancer. Just a warning. A USP expedition lands on Cradle's moon, Luna. Not Lua. Warframe brainworms, I swear to God. Luna, and reactivates the ancient installations, including the Theseus shipyard. That's funny. Calling it the Theseus shipyard. I think of the ship of Theseus with that. 1450 Union. Hello, Zenraku! Zanaku? Yeah, Zanaku! Welcome, hun! Welcome back! We are going over Lancer lore! Yeah. 1450 Union era. The first near-light class interstellar ships based on plans preserved in the massive vaults and built using Theseus are launched, seeking Gaia worlds identified in legacy star charts. Now, is this the USP? Okay, so this is the ones that left the Cradle. Yeah, this is actual lore. So last time we were going over a bunch of the core rules, and this is where we actually get into the meat and potatoes. I do have this streaming live on YouTube, also, so if you want to have, like, more of a visual aid, it's over there. And hopefully it's working well. I actually don't know. Yeah, it should be working well. It looks like it is. Yeah, feel free, whichever you want to do. Yeah, it looks like we're doing pretty good. If the mic isn't working, just let me know. I think it should be, but you know, you never know. Alright, so back to this. So 1998, the USP anthem, a near-light. Awesome! Cool beans. That's good. That's good to know. 1998, the USP Anthem, a near-light C-8 vessel associated with the Boundary Garden mission, reports first contact with distress beacons from 2 of the 10. The Ryla and the Armstrong, and those descended from their original crews. The Onic peoples, organized under the I do not feel comfortable saying that because I don't want to butcher it, and I have a feeling this is going to be an ongoing thing. So I am sorry. The on the nearby habitable world. 1700 to 1999. Union era. Expansion within the cradle takes place. Union mounts expeditions across the worlds and moons of the cradle system, repopulating old stations, installations, and colonies. That looked like calories at first. Hello, Umakaiju. Welcome to the Stream Dreamer. Hello, hello. 2000 Union era. The Oracle Chorus installation is discovered under the Vanitas Borealis. Vastius Borealis, sorry. Of Mars. The installation is reactivated and the 5 voices, advanced machine minds capable of predicting the future, with near-perfect precision are identified. This creates the foundations of what would later become Forecast Galactic Simulation. Hello, Jacob Q. Welcome to the Stream Dreamer. Oh, you're a newcomer for today. Oh, you're okay. Sorry. I also have it on YouTube, so if you hear me saying stuff back and forth, that same goes to YouTube folks. But yeah, that's good to know, Zon. That everything's going well on this end. I was so worried. Oh no, it's there's a name on one of these that I cannot pronounce, which is like, whoops, right here, and I legitimately can't I don't know how to pronounce it on the 1998 bit. So I'm just gonna call them the On. Let's see here. So we're getting into the first expansion period, but a little bit about the foundation period. This is interesting because it seems like, they are, like, expanding into, like, rediscovering the cradle, I guess? Without, like, so it seems like Earth fell in the beginning. And then the Union comes in from being, like, formed off-world. And they re-establish connection with the cradle after freaking them getting into world wars over vaults. I don't know what the vaults are gonna be. They don't really expect that, or they don't really explain that yet, because this is just a brief history of the Union. But yeah, this is very interesting so far. And my favorite movie, I have quite a few, if that helps. I mostly like horror and a lot of, like, magical girl anime. So, I'm not quite sure on my, favorite movie at the moment, Jacob. So, yeah, it's really interesting with how the foundation period is. It seems like it was rediscovering Earth again. which I like. I like that. It's a very interesting vibe, for sure. Now to get into the meat and potatoes of the first expansion period, 2001 to 2997. There we go. That sounds like a price tag. Several human colonies are discovered beyond Cradle, some derelict, others inhabited. The Union Administrative Department, UAD, is created to oversee interstellar expansion efforts and the reintegration of all rediscovered enclaves. Which I can't help but to imagine, like, how these communities kind of survived for so long. Because, like, the fall happened, so the fall seems to have happened during 5000, before the Union. So, looking at it here, it's been about, I'd like to say, like, almost 7,000 years since Earth fell and the colony ships left. Just about 7,000 years, I'd say. Which is really interesting, because, like, what caused, I assume it was, like, the industrialization and everything of Earth that caused, like, the climate change and everything, and it's such a drastic fall of people, too. Because it went from 15 billion. Okay, it actually says, so a dark age. So it started at around 4,900 to 100 BU. So, it fell from about 15 billion people on Earth to about 500,000. So I wonder what actually caused all of that. It does say, like, some kind of irreversible mass extinction and climate change. Was what caused the fall of humanity on Earth with this. Which is really interesting, because I wonder, like, the intricacies of that. Was it, like, because of pollution? Why Uma Musume? That caused the fall of humanity. Horse girls. But yeah, I wonder what this is in conjunction to our own timeline too. Because they sent out colony ships away from the Sol system. So I wonder what that 10 colony ships, I should state, sorry. So I wonder what that entails. I promise I could speech. But yeah, I wonder what that entails with how humanity fell. But anyways, they end up finding the vaults. I assume the vaults have, like, early weapons and such, and that's why, like, all the wars were happening on Earth. But during this time, they didn't have connection to the rest of the colony ships. So, all communication with the colony ships just flipped out of existence. And then everybody on Earth were like, fend for yourself or get into the war. Which, depending on when that was, probably was a really, really bad time for everybody involved. I'm thinking nukes. Like, if nobody can have this vault, nobody can have this vault. That's probably why the population dropped so drastically from 15 billion to only a couple 100,000. Which is wild. Like, Jesus. But yeah, going back to this. So the first contact with the new Federation, which later became the Karakin Trade Baronies. Ooh, that's cool. Diplomatic friction. I should say the dates. Whoops. 28,000 Union era is when they find the new Federation. And then 2880 is diplomatic friction between the Auric peoples and the Union colonies. And the Boundary Garden leads to the first Distal War. Hardline Anthrocophonulist? Is that how you pronounce that? Ooh! Hell yeah, Mixer is good. Took a sippy of my coffee. Yeah, you want to be able to use space. I need to, like, eventually get a smaller, ring light for this. I want one that's a little bit taller, but, like, the base be a little bit smaller. Either that or take my TV off my desk. Cause, like, I am chomping at the bit for room on my desk. The laptop fits well, though, luckily. But yeah, I think this is Anthroconavirus or something like that? Elements. In the Union launch Piston 1, a mass shotgun-style kinetic strike towards Onyx space. What the frick do they mean by that? Are they just shooting a giant shotgun into space? I'm imagining something like the BFG, except it's not a laser at Mars. It's just a freaking shotgun somehow. How big is that? This sounds silly. So far, they've taken themselves very seriously, and this is the only one, because it literally states, a mass shotgun-style kinetic strike. What do they mean by that? What do you mean you're doing a shotgun into space? I mean, this is like Armored Core vibes, so it wouldn't surprise me. But like... oh no. We're already getting the silly. We're not even a page in, guys. The first committee is dissolved, replaced by the second committee, SecCom. Okay, that's a cool sounding name, SecCom. I know it's just second committee, but it works. Also during the first expansion period, Metat On appears above the Onic homeworld, beginning the Onic First Dawn period. This marks the first human contact with what would come to be a monst entity, although Metat On remains classified as a monst 2, despite manifesting prior to monst-1. Oh no, wait. Oh, this is what my buddy was talking about. Okay, so these are their weird Evangelion angels, I'm pretty sure. We're getting into the weird stuff now. And getting to know Ra, which I am gonna try to go over all that. We will see. It's almost 7 o'clock. Oh my god. To be fair, I was yapping a lot at the beginning of stream, so... and making sure everything was going well. During the course of a forecast... So, Zon, how weird are we talking? So, imagine more fleshy, Evangelion angels. Because we're starting to get into the... and like weird hive mind cults. I'm scared. I love weird lore. Let's see here. Fleshy angels. Yeah, we're getting into, what is considered the, Horus stuff. So there's a mech type called Horus, the Horus faction. And they're just weird biomechanical mechs. They don't know where they come from. They are very alien. It's like borderline eldritch horror. It might as well be. So we got the Neo-Anthropocene period, which is our next, like, period bit of the history. So in 2998, during the course of a forecast iteration, the 5 voices manifest Monst-1, known as Ra. Monst-1 is retroactively classified as the first NHP, non-human, I think it's like non-human person? Which is funny, but yeah, we're gonna get a little bit more into Ra later. But this thing is like a weird eldritch entity. This thing is like... it starts a cult, essentially. It's weird, and it's like Incognito Hazard style weird. We're getting into SCP territory. 3000U, Monst-1 ascends, bringing about the Demos effect. The complete disappearance of Deimos from known space. The study of para-actual science becomes possible. The disparate ships, shuttles, and force organizations of the USP are reorganized into the Union Navy. Banui? What do you mean, Banui? Boony. Hello, No. Welcome to the Street Dreamer. I am Momo Yumeko, a magical girl in training. Oh! Yeah, bunnies! This is a very interesting bit so far. Apparently they didn't want to stay around. Oh well. Let's see here. So the first contact accords are signed. Negotiations with... Oh, they made negotiations with this thing? They made negotiations with the freaking Eldritch god. Sure. With Monst 1, following the siege of Mars, the concept of non-human persons is defined and applied to the anomalous machine minds left behind. The shackling process is developed to constrain NHPs. 3130 to 3200 Union era. Blink space is identified and pierced. The technology to create blink fields is developed, and the first blink station is built. The UAD is dissolved and replaced with the Union Colonial Mission, UCM. I can speech, I promise. But yeah, oh my gosh. With this. So, okay. Within this time period, apparently fucking Deimos got deleted from Mars. Deimos is just nuked. I love how people like to pick on Deimos. It's really funny. I'm a Warframe player, so like I laughed really hard because of that. So Deimos just got obliterated. Don't know where Deimos is anymore. Eldritch being ascended to godhood and started causing a ruckus. The UCM, or the UAD at the time, not the UCM, the UAD chose to sign a treaty with the Eldritch abomination that is Ra, and try to make it so non-human persons can at least be, like, monitored, I guess. And then they find teleportation. Cool. Awesome. I'm terrified for what's next. We don't have that much more, luckily, for this little bit. And then we could probably get into some other fun lore bits, because I know this isn't all of it. So the second expansion period, from 32,000 to 4599 Union era. 32,000 to 4599, the second expansion period begins as the second committee makes a massive Union-wide colonization and expansion effort throughout the Orion arm of the galaxy. The Blink network is grown through rapid construction of gates, and billions of colonists are sent out to tens of thousands of worlds over this time. This period represents the single largest movement of human life in recorded history. 45,000 to 4560 Union era. The Hercerian crisis. During the course of the conflict, the efficiency of hard suits and mechanized chassis, mechs, are demonstrated. The Union's state manufacturer, General Massive Systems, or GMS, begins galaxy-wide production of mechanized chassis. 4580. Oh, or is that 60? I think that's 60. Yeah, 4560 to 4591 Union era, mounting discontent with the Great Expansion, the growing need to address Piston 1, and the acute criminality of the Hercelian crisis boil over into a widespread popular revolution across Cradle and the Galactic Core worlds. Union is gripped by civil war. Sick. We got civil war now. Also during the second expansion period, Shannara is settled and begins its temperate ages. On Caracas, the new federation is dissolved and replaced with the Caracan trade baronies. Third committee period, 4591 Union era, 4591 to 4600 Union era. The remaining Central Committee members of the Second Committee agreed to terms to surrender in 4591. A new stable government is formed in 4600. The Third Committee, Third Com, great naming, the Union Colonial Mission is immediately dissolved and the Union Administrative Department is reconstituted. The expansion is halted and then in 4600, Harrison I and a number of loyalists flee to Ras Shannara and establishes Harrison Armory. 4630, Harrison Armory and the Caracan trade baronies engage in the interest war. Union acts as a neutral party, ultimately securing peace. Harrison I returns to Cradle and faces justice in exchange for the Armory's continued sovereignty. The baronies agree to become a member state of the Union. 5000 U, the presence of the Arnic Crusade fleet in the Boundary Garden is confirmed. For the first time, a blink gate is lost to hostile state actions. The Second Distal War begins. In 5060 U is the year of which the events of Lancer take place. Okay, so we are currently... So if you run a game in Lancer, canonically, if you're going by a legitimate, like, in-world, in-universe lore, you will be doing it at the end of all of this. So you are in the middle of a war currently. yeah, it's a TTRPG, which honestly, it's sick. I love it. I will be doing a video over this all too. So don't feel bad if you missed any. I will do like a video going into the proper meat and potatoes of the system. And then one trying to find all the lore of it. Because the lore's cool. It's a very interesting bit, and they have a lot of lore baked into the system. Yeah, it's really cool. I like it. Yeah, this is the third stream I've done this. Done this system in particular. Oh dear God. How many pages? How many pages is this? Cause oh dear Lord. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no. We got a lot of lore. So yeah, I'm on the 3rd page. So this, I was thinking this is going to go pretty quick. There might be another, another bit for this. There might be another, stream of this next Saturday of lore. We'll get through what we can. I'm gonna take a break for a second because my eyeballs are not happy at trying to read this without my glasses. But yeah, oh my gosh. To be fair, this is classifying like the shape of the galaxy and then I guess the start of like what you would probably need to play Lancer proper. Uh-huh. Breaks are always good to have. Yeah, I could sip in my coffee. But yeah, this is neat. I'm gonna probably go over the beginning and stuff. So it looks like it's breaking up the different factions too. And then we go into the Union stuff and oh my gosh, dude, it's breaking up. It's breaking up the bureaucracy of the setting. What? Violence and Lancer, space pirates. I knew there was gonna be space pirates. Okay, yeah, this is a lot even for stream. So I think I'll go with what kind of topic do we want to do? Yeah, this is like the biggest chapter, I'm pretty sure, for Lancer. So what do we want to do? We have like so we went over the like loose history of Lancer. And then we have like the culture of it. It looks like a big ol' thing about the Union, from the bureaucracy of the Union and just in general what the Union is like. Violence and stuff you might run into in Lancer. Stuff about the actual like chassis and like the mechs and what have you. Economy and society, which is all of like the different places. Travel, technology, the non-humans, places, all the different people, and then it looks like we get into the different factions. Which I will state, freaking love the art in Lancer. Like, it makes me think of, like, Gundam and all that. Which I never could really get into Gundam. I brought up Evangelion because this reminds me a little bit of Evangelion. Loosely. Very, very loosely. Evangelion. Not like full on. But yeah, it's very interesting. But yeah. I might go over the factions, like the different factions you'll run into for, the different mechs and stuff. Oh yeah, the inherence of Ra, that's what my friend brought up way back when. Because I have a friend that he's trying to set up our group, because I play a lot of TTRPGs outside of, streaming. And he actually got really into Lancer, mainly because it reminded him of Armored Core. So he's trying to run a Lancer game. And it's gonna be his first time DMing, which, good luck, my friend. Me, my partner, who is our forever DM, and another friend of ours are super into doing this. And I thought it would be really cool to go over the book. Mostly to learn it a little bit better. But yeah, this is a lot of freaking lore. Oh god, it keeps going. I'm pretty sure this is like... Yeah, this is actually the index. So the rest of the book is just lore, so I'm probably going to leave the actual meat and potatoes in the proper stuff for either A, another time, or B, another stream, because I'm overwhelmed by how much there is here, and I need new glasses to actually be able to read this. But yeah, I'll leave the brief history of the Union up on screen, because that's all the stuff. Not a bad system though, I will state. Oh, I could go over the actual mechs. Let's see here. Let me go to the beginning of this. So we'll pop over to... We're gonna skip Everest, because that's like your baseline, basic, mech. And we'll go ahead and go over to the special ones. So, 126. So, we're starting with IPS North Star. Your friend in an unfriendly sea. I get cyberpunk vibes from that. I don't know if I should be getting cyberpunk vibes from that, but I do. IPS North Star, or IPSN, was created from the merger of two civilian interstellar freight and transportation companies. The interplanetary shipping in North Star, the resulting firm, IPSN, is a titanic entity, one of the first corpo states with a virtual monopoly over interplanetary and interstellar shipping. Other firms exist, but their gross fleet strength is but a shadow of IPSN's fleets of tankers, haulers, freighters, and interstellar liners. Intergate. Not integrate. Intergate. Whenever goods and raw materials need to be moved, you can bet on a crew in IPSN uniforms will be there. The story of IPSN is inseparable from the inseparable from the history of interstellar piracy. Whatever dangers the galaxy might hold, piracy remains one of the greatest threats to interstellar shipping lines, costing fleet managers in the States hundreds of thousands in mana and trillions more in local currencies. Tremendous. I swear I can speech. Big capital losses. We're gonna go with that. Big capital losses. Schedule delays, losses of life, and false scarcity fairness in false scarcity. What is that word? Famines convinced the myriad unions I'm not sure there. And the cartels of the need to comprehensively safeguard civilian shipping. A process of consolidation, that word and consolidation that lasted for years eventually gave birth to two major firms, Interplanetary Shipping and North Star. They finally merged into one single corporate in the waning days of the union's first government, the First Committee. Following the merger, IPSN began the work of phasing out its fleets of late-model GMS mechs in favor of new proprietary designs. The corporation now sports a range of versatile, durable, and modular mechs that place equal priority on weapons and engineering systems. IPSN mechs are a good choice for pilots who want tough chassis that's built for close quarters and melee combat situations, such as the possibility of breaching a ship hull is on the table. IPSN chassis are sturdy, meant to take as much damage as they deal, and then some. IPSN is closely associated with the Albatross, an anti-piracy and peacekeeping force known across the galaxy for its long history in humanitarian interventions. IPSN supports the Albatross materially, providing it with chassis, ships, cutting-edge technology, and temporal rehabilitation worlds for its pilots and crews to retire in relative peace. The relationship is mutually beneficial. IPSN makes a point to emphasize its close relationship to the Albatross in marketing campaigns and PR materials. So, I'm going to skip over the core benefits. Well, I'm going to go over the ones that are, like, not flavor. So, as long as your mech has no more than one structure, you gain resistance to all damages. Okay, so these are all the different frames. Frames and plating and stuff. This is if, so in Lancer, you pick up, various bonuses depending on the, faction of mechs, like brand of mechs, you use. So if you have like your license in like a whole bunch of, say, IPSN, you get these bonuses. So you can have up to 2 bonuses from IPSN. So as long as your mech has no more than 1 structure, you gain resistance to all damage. When it's reduced to 0 HP and 0 structure, it is not destroyed. Instead, you make a structure damage check each time it takes damage. While in the state, your mech cannot regain HP until you rest or perform a full repair, at which point your mech can be repaired normally. Formian frame. Increase your mech's size by 1 increment. Example, from 1/2 to 1, 1 to 2, or 2 to 3. Up to a maximum of 3 size. You can't be knocked prone, pulled, knocked back by smaller characters, regardless of what system or weapon causes the effect. Okay, so if something has that, I guess my Black Witch wouldn't be able to pull them around. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Gaijus frame. You get +1. I think that symbol is the extra symbol, I think. Or the advance. On all hold checks and saves, and +1 threat to with all melee weapons. That's really freaking good. I would definitely grab that if I did this faction. That's pretty good. Reinforced frame, you gain +5 HP. That's tasty, actually. Slipped plating, you gain +1 armor, up to a maximum of +4. And Titanmancy mesh. Once per round, when you successfully ram or grapple a mech, you can ram and grapple again as a free action. Additionally, you can knock targets back with a melee attack. You knock them back in an additional 1 space. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's tasty. Hello, Sonic! Welcome, hun! Welcome, Street Dreamer. I am working on, I am going through, Lancer mechs now, and the different, like, factions. We just started with IPSN, and if you want to read along, I have it on YouTube. We have the YouTube stream up. Yeah, so you guys get to see the cool ass art. Cause oh my gosh, the art for this freaking TTRPG is wonderful. So we have the IPSN Blackbeard. The Blackbeard is IPSN's aggressive solution to piracy, a front-facing, first-striking mech designed for environments in which combustible kinetic weapons are useless, dangerous, or likely to cause unnecessary collateral damage. With its distinctly slim frame, the Blackbeard doesn't just look fast. It also has a reduced radar profile. This mech is hard to track and harder still to hit. Blackbeard range comprises of 2 lines: the standard IPSN, BBL production line model, and the IPSN BBSK. A limited release prototype purpose-built to house IPSN's Schmidt class, or Second class, and HPs. I see Second class. And I'm wondering if those are androids. No! I it means Blackbeard. Blackbeard Lancer. That makes sense. But yeah, the joke is still there. This thing looks sick though, what the hell? They have this thing holding a freaking axe in one hand and a freaking sword in the other. Hello, hero! Welcome to the stream, Dreamer! Hi! We are going over the Lancer mechs. We did go through the history. I am leaving the rest of the lore, which is the rest of the book, for later. Oh no! That's why you play around with it and see how it works. I'm sure you could probably find some YouTube videos on it too. Right? It looks cool! I freaking love this thing. I know that my partner was very tempted by Blackbeard to choose him. He is a striker class too, which is really cool. So it's core stats. I'll go over the stats of them. Vehicular pirate combat. Yeah, this thing's built for fighting, in combat, which is, I think, really cool. Or fighting, more melee. There's a feel like that, which I really like Lancer for, allowing you to use different types of mechs, so you're not just stuck with one. You can pick out multiple mechs. Yeah. So its core stats is it has a size of 1. Which it doesn't... It's really funny. It doesn't state how big this is. So we don't actually know. I know that the person can just fit in here. In the chassis. Hello, Uncle Imp! Welcome, hun! How are you today? I saw you over in Lobby Stream. I'm doing pretty good. I wonder if they'll ever make a, TTRPG, for Lancer, because that'd be sick. Hello, Maximum! Welcome, hun! We're going over, Lancer, mechs now. But yeah, I'm leaving the rest of the lore for either... Yeah, it's the cat cat mascot. Yeah! We're going over the Lancer mechs. Yeah, and we have, armor core too, so... Which just feels a lot like Armored Core, minus the, you know, being shoved into the mech. I mean, you're in the mech, but it's, you know what I mean. Yeah, I was in mid-eating, so I didn't say your name. I normally say hi to everybody when they join other people's streams. Ah, Titanfall, heck yeah. It has 1 armor, a save target of 10. That's not bad. I mean, depending. Sensors of 5. Hull has 12 HP, a repair cap of 5, so you can only repair it 5 times. E defense of 6. And... tech attack -2. Okay, that makes sense. It's not going to be able to use, tech abilities that well, because it's literally an attacker frame. Evasion 8, speed 5, pretty good. SP of 5, and a heat cap of 4. So it can grapple. It can boost and take reactions while it's grappling. And then it receives a +1 on engineering checks. Has a flex mount, a main mount, and a heavy mount. Okay, that's kind of cool. And I'm gonna go over like all of what the licenses can do in the actual video. I'm just gonna go over the main bits. Hello, Target. Welcome to the Street Dreamer. That's fine. I don't mind Imp. But hello, I am going over Lancer. Specifically, we are now going over the mechs in the Lancer TTRPG. Yeah, it does kind of look like that. Yeah, so I go over TTRPG stuff. So, we're going over Lancer, which is, mech, and essentially kind of think Armored Core more like, Armored Core adjacent, but it's very Gundam, esque, too. Mech TTRPG. So we got the IPSN Drake, which is a defender. It is size 2. The Drake, IPSN's first foray into military-grade mech design, is the backbone of any productive trade security or anti-piracy force. Its massive simian frame is built around a single cast bulkhead, sloped and reinforced to handle sustained fire and any vulgarities of vessel proximal hard vac travel. The Drake is an imposing chassis, its frame invoking the might of an ancient armored infantry from a time when greater numbers guaranteed victory. The standard fleet license for the IPSN Drake outfits each chassis with IPSN's high velocity, high projectile fragment assault cannon for suppressing and overwhelming targets, and the heavy kinetic abrasive shield for defense. Advanced models feature upgraded weapons and armor, including the formidable Leviathan Heavy Assault Cannon, a high RPM anti-material weapon. Which is sick. We love, a big tanky boy. And he looks cool. So his corpse stats are size 3, armor 3, save target 10, sensors 10, HP 8, repair cap 5, E defense 6, tech attack 0, SP 5, evasion 6, speed 3, heat cap 5. And this thing cannot be bullied. It has resistances to just about everything. It gets a +1. Does it say? Okay, +1- on agility checks and saves. Allied. Oh, that's funny. That is hilarious. So, allied characters can take hard cover by Drake Yeah, you could just freaking hide behind this thing and be good. I know he asked me when he added me to his horde. Yeah, it's a big rock. Mhm. Oh, the Lancaster. This thing looks crazy, and I love how there's just this dude chilling on top. I'm guessing that's the pilot, the actual Lancer. But this dude's just sitting on top of this thing, drinking a beer. Alright, the IPSN Lancaster is a military spec variant of an older IPSN civilian terrestrial. Inner outer hull, transport, and maintenance chassis. Streamlined for use in any theater. The Lancaster features multiple redundant systems and sophisticated integration projectors to ensure pinpoint accuracy when engaging with delicate systems, whether damaged or intact. Lancaster pilots often adopt roles as sappers and engineers in the frontline support, sometimes ridiculed for piloting old-fashioned frame by newer, untested pilots. Veteran Lancaster jockeys know the truth. The Lancaster is one of the most reliable and well-made mechs out there. Indispensable on any serious long-range mission. Not every mission is won with bullets, lasers, and bombs. Without the engineers and their Lonnies, a few of those headshots. I can speech, I promise. Would come home alive. Yep, Uncle Imp collects VTubers for his horde. I know for a fact I haven't met Uncle Imp IRL. My partner would be very, very jealous. Yeah! It's kind of like a fun way to, have Oshis. There we go. I keep on getting stuck to the sides. Yeah, this thing's like so weird looking. I love it. Aw, the Nelson reminds me of, oh my gosh. What is the name of that one Warframe? The one that's based off of a Roman soldier. Oh no. Hang on, let me pull it up real quick. Not Sevagoth, list. Which one is it? Steinax. That one. Oh, you're fine, hun. Yeah, the Nelson reminds me of Steinax from Warframe. I don't mind. You guys are chatting, and that's fun. Yeah, have fun, Target. Yeah, I definitely suggest checking out a lot of people. So many people here are great. Let's see here. The IPSN Nelson is a striker class. And it's size 1, it's not too big. Okay, okay. Okay, so this thing's considered 1 size. So, or size 1. And the pilot is on by its feet. Wait, how big is the Lancaster? It's size 2. And that's its pilot up on top. Oh, hey, Seraphim, how's it going, man? What? Hehehehe, thank you for the boop. Hehe, of course I'm adorable. I'm surprised you got interrogated. Yeah, I'm surprised you got interrogated, because, like... That was shocking. Let's see, how are we looking over on stream side? Okay, we're doing good. It's not died yet. Cool beans. Yeah, I'm streaming over on YouTube. So if you want a visual representation of what I'm looking at, feel free to check over on there. We're going through the Lancer mechs now and enjoying the artwork of them. We're on the Nelson right now, which I mentioned looks like Steinax from Warframe. Okay, so here we have a good representation of how big these things are compared to the compared to the Lancer pilot. And yeah, that's pretty decently huge. Cuz I'm going to guess that the Lancer pilot is about 6 foot. Assuming that it's human. So this thing is probably about... Yeah, that's the pilot down there by its feet. Which, again, aura farming, if you're chilling by your freaking mech's feet. There's another one, I forget which mech it is, but he's like chilling on the shoulder of his mech, and it looks cool as heck. But yeah, this is a size 1 mech, so the Lancaster here is a size 2, which you can kind of see with the pilot up on top, chillin' having his beer. Which is like base. He's an engineer, so like he's just vibing, having his beer on his fucking mech. Which I love. So the Nelson... Let me take a sippy before I do, the spiel. Alright. The IPSN Nelson is the purest embodiment of close quarters doctrine, impulsed by its manufacturer. It is built to brawl, thriving when ordnance has been exhausted or when the environment is too volatile for firearms. With its functional size, the Nelson can strike fast and remain a difficult target to track. Layers of fractal fold armor lock-on plating with ceramic analogous carbon flaking properties effectively nullify the impact of incoming ballistics by dispersing kinetic energy across a rounded hull. This null K defense protects the pilot from impact trauma, allowing for sustained combat efficiency in high trade scenarios. The Nelson is an iconic IPSN chassis known across the galaxy as the favored frame of the Albatross, the nomadic order of cosmopolitan peacekeepers. The Albatross' distinctive white, gold, and red livery, mastery of warpike, and apparent agelessness due to time dilation has won both them and the Nelson a venerated place amongst the Diasporian lore, and secured an endorsement contract with IPSN in perpetuity. I'm not gonna try to speech that. TF2. What is TF2? Oh, Titanfall 2. That took me a second. I'm like, wait, TF2, TF2. Yeah, Titanfall. Heck yeah. I like Titanfall. I haven't played it in like forever. I should do that one stream. Also, congrats on the 2,000th star maximum. Alrighty. How many more mechs do we got? Okay, we might get through IBSN. Had this right. Oh, I need pop me nickels. IPS. No, you don't want to have IBS on the mech. Rest in pieces if you do. Talk about a really shitty situation. Puns intended. Oh, the Raylia. I love the Raylia. There's a lot of things that'll, disqualify you from the Navy. I know that from experience. Because they saw my, muscles tremors. Or my right side tremors when I was in, about to go and do the test. And did a, physical on me. And we're like, hey, we gotta tell you can't do this test. You're not physically able. Yeah. And then my, I got my, recruiter in trouble. Because he started going around, my school and asking people about my, like, character and everything to see if I was lying to him. Yeah. So I got him in trouble with his higher-ups and reported him because he was, like, slandering my character. It was bad. It was a big thing at my school, too. Yeah, it was weird. Because there was, like, 5 of us. So I come from a very small town. So, like, my graduating class was only, like, 52 kids. Total. I say total because we did lose one, like, a month before, graduation. He was one of my friends. But, We had like 52 kids in my graduating class, and that was like the biggest graduating class of my area. And freaking the guy joined, and the guy got like 5 of us. One of them was a good friend of mine, and she was the one that came to me and was like, hey, the Navy recruiter's like talking mad shit about you because he thinks that you didn't disclose you had physical ailments. And I'm like, I didn't even know I had this. Like, I'd been dealing with my muscle degradation and everything since apparently I was 14. I had sometimes depending on like the weather and stuff, I'd get really bad like really bad cramps and stuff in my joints and all that. Yeah, the weather, the cold weather hates me. I feel like I'm 40. Or probably older than that most of the time. Yeah, when the weather does its thing, my joints and everything are just in unbearable pain. I deal with it. Pain management is a thing. It's fine. That's why, like, sometimes over on Twitter I'll be like, hey guys, I am not streaming today. I am in agony. Or I do my bed streams. Like, right now, I can feel it in my right foot because, like, more closer to the floor, it's really chilly. So, like, I can feel it really bad in my right foot because it's just my right side. My left side, completely fine. Yeah, I don't know what mine is. Every doctor I've been to, because I am, biologically female, they just say, oh, you have anxiety. And I'm like, brother, anxiety isn't going to make my joints on just my right side feel like rusty hinges and actively in agony when I walk. I have to use a mobility thing. I have to use a cane. It's probably arthritis. I've been dealing with it since I was 14. And I'm 25 now. It started So it started after I had fractured my foot. When I was in 8th grade. I started getting, like, what is akin to a hot poker up my leg. And I sometimes get it in my hand. Luckily, I'm not right-handed. I'm lefty. I'm a southpaw. So, yeah. That I get essentially what feels like a hot poker getting shoved up my ligaments. I call it my nerves are screaming day. So if you ever hear me say that, that's what's happening. Which my right foot is almost there, so I'm gonna go ahead and take some ibuprofen. And it just does it. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. I could be sitting chilling and feel like lava's being poured into my leg, into my bone. I use, like, muscle gel and ibuprofen. Ooh. But yeah, I can't really work. I can't do the jobs that require manual labor. Because I've done that. I've worked at Walmart. I worked cashiering a year ago. now. A little over a year ago now. And I had to fight tooth and nail just to have my cane. Yeah, like, I was doing cashiering, that's it. And I felt so bad because I kept on having to call out because I couldn't get out of bed. Yeah, I have mad respect for anybody in the construction business. My dad does it. And he shouldn't have to. That man is in his 40s, almost 50s. Which I actually told him that I was a VTuber, and my dad, being my father, was so excited. So you might end up seeing him around here, actually, eventually. My dad does weatherproofing in Florida, like, on, like, houses and everything. Weatherproofing them for... Yeah! My dad was like, so what are you doing for work? Well, I started VTubing, and I do commissions for art. And he's like, oh, sick, so you're like Gargura. And I'm like, I wasn't expecting you to know what VTubing was, to be fair. The man likes anime, so it doesn't surprise me also. He's nerdy than I am. So he might come around. He said he might not because actually, wait, I think you guys are about the same age. Let's see here. I'm 25. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are almost the same age. My dad's 47. Hello, Giga! Welcome to the Stream Dreamer! I am Momo Yumeko, a magical girl in trading, and we were doing some Lancer stuff and we got off topic, but it's fine. My dad understands the VTuber culture. He doesn't understand LGBTQ though. It's really funny. He is the straightest white man you will meet. My dad didn't even know what Iriam was. Yeah, my dad's married to the embodiment of fucking Satan, so... Me and I have mommy issues, Sparkles. But that's a story for another time. Added to the harem. One time my dad did almost with my past life. He had actually seen me posting on Blue Sky and really liked my character design. Said it looked familiar. Cause we email back and forth because of my spawn point. So my dad said that he found a new VTuber that he liked. This was like about, I think this was like back in February-ish. Yeah, I call my mother Spawn Point. But yeah, back in February-ish, he was like, "Hey, I found this cool VTuber. Her design looks a lot like you, like your online persona," and sends me a picture of my past life. He's like, "I think this, you should talk to them for like art comps and stuff." And I'm like, Dad, that is me. Father, that is my VTuber. Because at the time I was using, VRoid Studio for Twitch streams. And, Prism, to be able to do, Twitch streams. And it was really funny. I'm not afraid to talk about, Sketch. That's my, she has been demoted. She has been demoted to just OC status. I do want to take her design and toss it on Momo, though. But yeah, if you ever... There's a few different places where my, accounts are still alive. I don't think it's alive on Twitter. I had a Twitter, I just never went on Twitter. But I was on Blue Sky a lot. I mostly posted freaking art of my, D&D characters. Which is funny. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wind down stream a little bit. I hope he's not out hunting. I'll know if he found this account, because he'll probably subscribe to it, depending. But yeah, I love my father. He is great. He tries to understand stuff. I told him he should totally, look at some of, the friends I've gotten. Yeah, you guys have a nice day. It's a good day. I'll probably, if Lavi's still streaming, I'll probably pop back into her thing. He understands the VTuber stuff. Luckily. It wasn't a situation I had to explain to him what a VTuber was, because he actively followed, like, Hololive. Hololive and, Zentreya. Because he really likes Zentreya. Mostly for her humor. Yeah. I mean, my Kamiyoshi's Iron Mouse, so, like... I freaking love Iron Mouse. Such an inspiration. It was actually why I, started streaming in the first place. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna end it on... We do the endings. There we go. But yeah, you're welcome! I hope you guys have a good day. And I'll see you guys later. I'll probably see you guys around the app. We'll see. But yeah, have a good night. Love you guys. Stay safe. I don't want to have to protect y'all. Bye-bye!